Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. It's about 3 o'clock, Sunday, January 5th. This one says about 24 degrees. That one says -1 Celsius. That one says 30 degrees. And that thing says my batteries are not charged. It's been kind of, it was nice this morning. It kind of, nice but cold this morning, and then it got kind of gloomy. I'm going to make this is a requested video, and I figured I'd like to get it done because I can kind of get around today. It's warmed up a bit, and all. Unfortunately, it's supposed to get warm, then it's supposed to rain, and then it's supposed to get frigid cold again. It's supposed to go back down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit here, which I don't know, what is that, -15 Celsius, something like that. Anyway, so the request was for the Cushmans, and you guys probably noticed there are two of these, and the story is, this is the city that used to own them. And they used them for traffic control. One could say meter maid, and they wouldn't be too far off, but Poughkeepsie really doesn't have, what does one call them, parking meters. They really don't have that, though they were used for traffic control and so forth. You know, if there was a concert or something in the city of Poughkeepsie, they were out for that. They spent a lot of time doing parade type stuff. So here they are. A friend of mine bought the pair of them at auction. They had not been used in quite a while. They were sitting in the town garage. All this is told to me, right? I bought them from him, and we'll get to that in a moment. But he bought them at auction, and he actually got this one running. I'm personally not thrilled to death to see snow on it like that, especially on the distributor. That doesn't make me happy at all. They are standard transmission. You can see the shift pattern. What year are they? I guess they're from 1976. I think that's what I'm learning from looking at that tag right there. Right. 70. What is that? 7610. So that's the other tag. So I guess these are 1976 models, right? A little glove compartment. He said there were two in the auction, and he bought them both. We'll see how strong the floor is, see if I fall through. That would suck. Yeah, that's who made the body. I guess they have like 15,000 miles on it. I don't know if that'll focus in for you. There you go. 15,000. And, you know, they got all the safety warnings and all that stuff. Anyway, he bought them at auction. I do not know what he paid for them. They have the air-cooled 2-cylinder Ohlins. Looks like an airplane motor. Right. This one is complete, and once again, he said he had it running. He changed oil and got it fired up. You got the sliding windows, the lock. That's what the doors look like. It has two doors. This one looks like it was set up to only have one person ride in it. The back's a trunk. You got this little space here that looks like it's meant to collect rain and so forth and then rust out. 3 wheels. You saw the description said it was a motorcycle. I guess they added these things here just in case you took a turn too sharp. That way you could skid along. I don't know, could you guys see that? Hopefully. So, back up a little more. Anyway, what happened was he had them for a period of time, and after getting this running, and he kind of used it around the property a little bit, but he didn't use it as much as he thought he would. Really didn't use it much at all. And he found out, I got the attack cat coming after me. He found out I liked Cushmans, so he sold the pair of them to me for $500. I know. Now you're going to be following me, screaming at me. So I picked up the pair for $500, which I thought at the time was a steal of a deal. And I must say, I do feel bad that one of them, that one, is not sitting in the garage here, all safe and sound. It got pushed out. I don't recall if it was this spring or last spring, but it got pushed out to. It must have been last spring, because, or maybe a couple years ago, to make some space so I can actually get some work done in here. And it's very hard, when you own a horde. At some point you got to make a decision to what's going to be inside and what's going to be outside. That's it says Easy Go on it, and I'm not exactly sure of the year. I don't recall, to be honest with you, of the year. But what happened is Texon, Texton, or Texon, Texton, Texton, bought the Cushman company, and so they sold some of these. Like if you look at some of the tagging on that thing, you'll see the words Cushman, and you'll see the words Easy Go, and you'll see a tag saying Texon Corporation. This is the second one. I'm told this one had the potential to run, right? Like I have the potential to climb Mount Everest, but one doesn't know if that's going to happen. You can see I already made tracks to get out here, make sure I can actually do this. I think that this thing is the same year and so forth. I know it has the air-cooled Ohlins in it. I know it's missing the carburetor. I know when he needed parts to get the other one running, whatever he needed, he took off of this guy. It's missing some glass, right? You can see the glass is missing. The windshield's missing, right? It's got the back windows and one of the side windows. Oh, that wasn't good, was it? So this is a 76 also. And looks like it's got a similar tag right there. Just want to read that. So I know it's missing. It might have got damaged. Don't overdo it, right? That might have got damaged when I got it. Yeah, so the pair of them were $500. This one, the rear end, the transmission, the engine is there. Obviously, I got it kind of covered, but that's not good for it. I've had dreams of taking this guy and turning it actually into kind of a wrecker. Kind of put a boom on it. It's relatively heavy in the front, and be able to pick up 500 pounds and drag it about. That was kind of the dream. If one has time, one could do this kind of stuff. I would like to get at least one of the two running and do something with this. Given its width, if one did something cool with the rear end, it would make a pretty good snow plow. While we're out here, might as well shoot some interesting video for you guys to look at. Use plexiglass for the windows on the cab, and set it up for that. Use it as kind of a yard cart. They are geared. That thing would be geared a little bit tall for beating around the property. I did drive one of those three-wheelers once. It was a meter-made version. A different friend of mine had, and it was strange. First gear seemed really pretty tall. It seemed to really. It went quicker for where I was driving it. For first gear, it went quicker than I wanted to go. I remember thinking, "Wow, this thing is moving." Considering it was a tight spot and I had some manipulation to do. I stalled it a couple of times. It just seemed like it was tall. Once you got it rolling, once you got it moving, like if you were blasting down the driveway, you would be good. But if you got to the end of the driveway and you wanted to execute a tight turn, because they do have a relatively tight turning radius, as you would be executing that turn, first gear would seem really tall to exit, even if you were down at an idle. And by the time you got it going slow enough, you kind of had to slip the clutch to get it around the turn. So not your greatest work vehicle for around the property, at least not the one I was driving. It seemed geared pretty tall. It looked like it had, the tires on it were a little bigger than standard, but it seemed a little tall. Anyway, so today you guys saw I was working on that CD project, and William Staten took a look at what I was up to. He's already got these things working in other bikes, and he says your CDI doesn't look big enough. I think the clown at eBay sold you I'm paraphrasing, sold me a AC CDI, and I double checked all my hookups and all, and I think he's right. I think I didn't get sold what I thought I was being sold. Once again, the description was correct, but I don't think the part is correct. So there's another couple of CDIs to go in the pile. I think it's important to see that people try things and they don't always work out. Like, I knew what I wanted to do. I ordered the parts according to the description, and I didn't necessarily get what I want. So, luckily there was somebody out there from YouTube with a little more experience than I have, and they were able to direct me to, you bought the wrong CDIs, try this part number and see if that works out better for you. Anyway, I do have a couple of those on order, and I should have them by Thursday or Friday. Secondly, you guys remember the hoop buildings. I was very proud when I built these. I never finished supporting them, particularly the green one. That one I should have supported on the end better. I should have attached it to the shed better. And I even bought a 2x6 or a 2x8 to run, you know, up the center of it to support the middle, and I didn't. And for the other guy, for the gray one, I should have done something with that. So now I'm going to be kind of futzing around with them as my leg gets better and as I could get through the snow better, trying to fix them up. So about the hoop buildings, if you're going to put a snow load on them, you either need to live in a windy place so the snow blows off of them, or you need to support the center a little better. Once again, tried something, and obviously I could have used a improvement on the design. So you know, live and learn, right? You got to try these things. If you sit on your couch and you don't do anything, you never screw up. But you also don't ever make any progress, right? So just some philosophy, I guess. I gotta head back in. I gotta clean the pellet stove and do the other things. I'm amazed how I'm off from work and I'm as busy as I am. I don't know where the time goes. I guess I have to take an occasional nap, which burns some time. I figure if one feels tired, especially if you're recovering from a major, is recovering from surgery or whatever, it's not a good idea to push yourself too much. So like today, I got up early. I had to swing through work and update a password on the computer. I had to do it from a secure network. So I did a quick swing through work, saw a few characters that I knew, and you know, it's always good. Then they opened a new flea market, you know, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes from here. So while I was near work and, you know, most of the way there, I figured I'd swing through the flea market. Oh shoot, I left my cane inside or someplace. So I went to the new flea market whilst I was out and about, and by the time I got home, I was completely beat. I couldn't wait to take off my shoes and lay down. So I slept for about an hour, and now I'm coming back. You know, the charge is coming back on, so here I am shooting videos. Alright folks, we're up to 17 minutes. This is a bit of a long one. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Live, love, and have a great time. Remember to keep your tires down, and your tracks down, and your handlebars, and your steering wheel up. If you're a cat, I guess you can walk on snow. The rest of us have to be content sliding through. Take care, folks. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye now.